Hey YouTube, Scotty B here. We're going to do a car inspection before you go on a trip. Me and the wife are going to take a trip about 4 hours away from here, so we're just going to do a good basic inspection of fluids and your suspension and just a good overall look at the car to make sure you're okay for a road trip. You don't want to have a breakdown or any issues. So, quick things to look at first. You just want to take a look at your wiper blades. So that way, if they're coming apart, you don't want to be in the middle of a rainstorm on the road and have your wiper blades fall off on you. These look okay. So now we're going to check fluids. Give you a good baseline to know whether or not you're going to have a problem. Let's check engine oil here. Make sure we're good. Always pull it, wipe it, and try and stick it in there and check again. We're a little bit low. I'm just going to top it off. This car consumes a little bit of oil. It's kind of normal for it. Coolant looks like it's where it needs to be. Brake fluid looks okay. Probably should fill it up with some washer fluid just in case we need that. Battery I know is good. I put one in, but it's also a good idea to test the battery. Grab a flashlight here. Check things like your belts just to see if you got leaks or something else going on that you normally wouldn't see. If you have a dipstick for your transmission, it would be a good idea to check that as well. This one does not. Alright, so for the most part everything looks okay. I just got to top off some oil and then fill it up with some washer fluid, but I'm going to lift this thing up and I'll show you guys how to check a wheel for a safety inspection. So I topped off the motor oil, filled the washer fluid all the way up. One thing I wanted to mention, check your air filter and your cabin filters. You're driving a couple hundred miles or like 4 hours away like we are. I checked that before when I did the oil change like 1,300 miles ago. This filter's not horrible. Like, you can still see some light through it, but it's kind of due. So I already got one on the shelf. I'll pop it in. And the cabin filter I did before, but just one of those things to do. You're taking a long trip. You want to have everything as efficient as possible for you while you're running down the road. You don't want to burn more gas than you have to. So that's why we're going to replace this. I got the car lifted up on jack stands. I'm going to check all the tire pressure. I'm going to check the spare and do a suspension shakedown, and I'll show you guys how that all works. Alright, so basically when you're at your front suspension, you can do the same with the rear. You got it lifted off the ground, tire spins, but you want to grab your 9 o'clock and your 3 o'clock position and just kind of wiggle it side to side. You shouldn't feel anything loose. So what you're doing is basically you're checking your tie rod and seeing if a wheel bearing's loose. And I mean, you will get the wheel to move a little bit, but that's because there's going to be play in the rack and pinion and movement, and that's normal. But you don't want something to go like clunk, 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 clunk. Then it's loose. Like this one feels tight. Then you want to grab 12 o'clock to 6 and pull it. This is tight. There's nothing wrong with it. And while you're under here, take a look at your springs, see if the springs are bad. I looked at them before, they're fine. Nothing's cracked, nothing's bouncing around or making noise. The strut's not leaking, so that's fine. Just give the car a good once-over. You want to make sure when you're driving out there, you're not going to have any problems pop up on you. The tires look good. We had these replaced not too long ago either, so I know this will be good. And yeah, just check the tires. You don't know if maybe you picked up a nail in the week. You don't want to be 2 hours from home and all of a sudden your tire light comes on or your tire goes flat. So I figured these are okay. They're right around 33, which is kind of where I want them to be. Yeah, and then you just do the same to the other side, and the rear it's the same. 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock, nothing's loose. 12 o'clock, 6. Now I know some cars have a different style of suspension, but this is a McPherson strut system where your strut is attached to your knuckle and your spring. You don't need to preload the suspension for that. Some cars you have to, but on this style car and pretty much most cars like on the road are like this, you don't have to do that. So, looked at the tires, shook down the suspension. Also, you can check your tire wear with one of these tire gauges, tire wear gauge, just so you know where your rotations are at. Mine were all 9/32, which are fine, basically pretty much new tires at that point. But I just wanted to make sure the wear was good and if I had to rotate them or not, and I did not have to. But also, you want to check your spare because they can be low. And some people go, oh, you know, it's a spare, I never used it. They will lose air over time. And this one only has about 43 psi in it. It's better than nothing, because when I used to work on cars a lot of them had nothing in them. So this is supposed to have, where does it say it? 60 psi. So we're just going to fill it up because hopefully nothing would happen, but if something did happen, I would want to be able to put my spare on and not have to wait all day for a tow truck. So, and then also just verify, I mean, I got jumper cables in here, I got the little jack, I have the spare, and then a snow brush. Don't think I'm going to need the snow brush. Then again, you never know. So it's just something also, just to check while you're looking your vehicle or before you go. And also probably would be a good time, you know, since you got the back here in the trunk looking at stuff, to clean your mat and make sure you got everything. That might be there. So one thing we're also going to check are all the bulbs, just to make sure you don't have a bulb that's out. You know, you don't want to get pulled over, something like that while you're on your trip. So I'm going to hop in real quick and we're going to make sure the rear bulbs work. Taillights.
Taillights.
Brakes.
Brake lights.
Turn signal.
Driver's side good. Passenger side good.
Marker lights look good.
Up top.
Never mind, it's easier for me to get out. Markers on the front and headlights on the front look good. Rear marker looks good. Other marker looks good. These bulbs look okay. License plate lights. Both license plate lights are working. The third light up? Third brake light lit up? Okay. Alright. Oh, probably should check reverse lights, might as well we're doing it.
They're on.
So now that we did all that, made sure a lot of the most basic things about the car are all good, I'm just going to crawl underneath and make sure that we don't have any, this is four-wheel drive, I want to make sure the U-joints look okay, I want to make sure there's not a weird differential leak or something that I don't know about, but we'll take a look at that real quick and go from there. So I pulled the wheel off on the passenger front here. Now, checking brakes, I mean, if you have the means to pull your wheels off, by all means, pull your wheels off, check your brakes. Now, I did brakes on this last year. They're fine. I know they're fine. And you're generally probably going to be okay. Like, if you're just doing this in your driveway and you don't have a floor jack really or anything, it's probably going to be hard for you to check the suspension. So, at that point, I'd say just go to your local mechanic and be like, hey, I'm going to go on a trip. Can you give me a good safety inspection? They're not going to charge you too much, but definitely make plans to do that well before your trip, because a lot of shops now, they're could be a week, 2 weeks out on work, and they might not be able to squeeze you in. But in this case, it's easy for me to look at this stuff. So I looked at these brakes before; they're good, but we started getting I don't know if you could hear that or not, but it's a scraping noise. Now, knowing that they're new, I'm like, well, they're not worn out. It's not metal-to-metal contact. However, when I first put these on, I had a problem with the passenger side where it was making scraping noise. And the hardware for the slides moved, or I'm sorry, I shouldn't say the slides, I should say the hardware for the pads, this little piece here, moved and was making contact with the rotor as it spun. So it made an annoying with your windows down noise. And that's exactly what this is doing. And now I can get in here with a screwdriver and pop it up. I can see it move. Now, I might take this off loosen the bolts on the slide and take the caliper off and fix it. I might go ahead and do that. So I moved it.
Still here.
It still kind of does it, so I'm probably going to take it off and mess with it more. But overall, for an inspection, just give you guys the basic rundown. So we were a little bit of a quart. It wasn't quite a quart low. Topped it off. I'm going to bring a quart with us when we go, just in case. Topped off washer fluid. We're going to put the air filter in it. There were no tires, weren't low. They were in good shape. Good. No weird tread wear. All our bulbs work. And put air in the spare. And I looked underneath here, just to basically check underneath the suspension, made sure the drive shaft wasn't falling off, made sure the axles weren't loose or anything weird like that, and then made sure there were no fluids, no weird leaks, nothing off the PTO or nothing off the rear differential or a seal that was bad. You always want to check that stuff, because if you're a couple hundred miles away from home and your differential's been leaking and it decides to blow up, you're going to have a really bad experience. So yeah, so that's just the basic rundown of doing a car inspection before you hit the road. And you can also use this inspection as a template for when you do your oil change or any preventative maintenance. So there you guys go.